Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Thursday, May the 31st. The absolute last day in May. Quick pun? Ha ha ha, funny. Yeah, that opening shot that you saw, kind of unfortunate. Sorry, I'm out of breath, and now it's starting to warm up. It's cloudy, gets sunny, gets cloudy. Very funky weather. So, that opening shot is a flyer here at Memorial Park, which is where I am. That happens a lot, missing people. Usually, more than anything, it's seniors with maybe Alzheimer's that go missing. But for the most part, usually it ends happily. They find them. Rarely is it a young adult or a teen. So I was just walking up through the parking lot behind the senior center, and I saw that. And this young man looks to be a local. So if you're close by and you're in the San Gabriel area, you happen upon this young man, contact your local authorities, and hopefully he will be found and reunited with his family. All right, so getting back to the Levitt, there it looks like here this summer. Okay, Levitt is a huge family, and all over the country there are pavilions like this, band shells. We have one here in Pasadena. We have another one in MacArthur Park. Texas, Chicago. Texas is a big one. I don't remember if it's El Paso or Dallas. I want to say El Paso, but their venue is huge. Now here in Pasadena, we've had quite a few concerts. It's all free concerts and stuff. On Mondays it was Kids Day, Tuesdays was Senior Citizens Day, and then the rest was like themed rock and roll, folk, country, new age, etc. You get the picture. So last year the funding was cut down, in part by them, but greatly in part that the venue amount of performances were reduced by the city. This year, it looks like it may not happen. I guess there's a problem between the city and the estate. And what I mean by that, and now this is not confirmed, this is, I would best guess, not rumor, but there's a certainty, because I've checked the website, and usually by now, the website is already updated with the schedule of performing acts, and there is yet to be one put up, and there's something about, the schedule is not put up yet. Please, kind of check in for the venue. So from what I've been told and what I've been found is that it probably might not happen. The problem lies within the fact that there's been, the Levitt Center wants 50 performances throughout the summer. Pasadena wants only 20. Now the problem is because there's been incidences here in the park. Now, when I say incidences, without sounding too harshly, I mean, I guess problems with the homeless. Why does it always come back to us? Always comes back to bite us in the ass. So, the city does not want to put up the manpower. They don't want to put up the police. They don't want to waste the money. They don't want to waste the money. It seems like Pasadena is really, really shooting themselves, not just in the foot, but plural, feet. Henceforth, I found of another business, an anchor store, an anchor restaurant at the Paseo that has left. It's boarded up. To my surprisement, a Brazilian restaurant that was always doing good, and it was on the second level. I'll cover that in probably another vlog. I don't know why, but so being here at Memorial Park again. Right now it's clean. There's really no people around because it's maintenance day. You know, they're cutting the lawn, doing the trees and stuff, so they're not here. Okay, so the Levitt Center, the Levitt Pavilion, they give a lot of money to the city for performing acts, and they get top-notch acts here. MacArthur Park too, they get huge. They have a huge venue. Pasadena only wants 20 performances, and Levitt doesn't want that. It doesn't behoove them to do that. Pasadena doesn't want to put up the security, the police. So Levitt might just pull out altogether this summer, and that would be a great shame. So, because there's a lot of great performances, so I really don't know. I can't find any answers. Nor can I get any straight answers. Oh, nice, real nice. So, yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's just, I don't know what Pasadena seems to be doing to themselves. I have a feeling that maybe the community might get together, and now actually hopefully if the community does get together, they need to force City Hall to bow down to the will, because when they do the performances, I mean, everybody comes out. They do picnics, they go across, they come out with, they're drinking wine, they're having dinner on the lawn. It's great performances and great acts, and it's a great time for the summer. And it brings in a lot of revenue as well. So right just down here in this whole local area, I mean, a lot of revenue is generated for each concert, for each performance. So, but it doesn't really make sense as to why they're taking this route of not allowing this. But then I guess it always boils back down to the homeless, because they do sometimes, they interact, they mingle with the crowds in the on the lawn. They start to actually panhandle going through the crowd, and that's frustrating. Or the vendors that are selling the food in the food truck, they actually go and say, well, you know, I want some food, or can you give me some food? And when they say no, then they get angry and they start cursing at the vendors, and it's not cool. So, you know, Levitt puts out all this money and pays money to the city for the performers, and the city doesn't want to cooperate. So we're most likely not going to have any summer concerts this year. So, one-term mayor is not doing what he promised. Well, that all aside, I went this morning to the office, didn't get my letter, and the nice gentleman says, were you expecting something? I go, yeah, I was, expecting my grow letter. And he told me, he says, look, don't be discouraged. Right now, we've had a lot of applications that we're processing and everything. This year alone, we've had a lot of people, a lot of homeless people coming in, applying more than usual. So everything's being bogged down. So where you were told a week to a week and a half might actually be as long as 3 weeks. So I says, okay, well, I'll just continue and do my part, I know I was told maybe to come in once a week, but I'll just come in twice a week just to check. And he says, yeah, just do your part and just keep checking in. And as long as you check in, it's on record, so you won't get in trouble, and they can't stop you. I go, well, sometimes the paperwork gets crossed and there's something that stops. He goes, yeah, I know, but just keep doing your part, and you could always contest it, and might delay your benefits for a couple days, but it'll start up and pick up where it should have. I go, all right, sir, thank you very much. You have a great day. It's all right. So that's that. And then the funny thing yesterday when Mark came to visit me, I guess maybe someone from the library recognized him, and I was talking to him, you know, and there were it's funny, there were murmurings, they were freaking out, and I couldn't understand why they were freaking out. And then they saw him talking to me and stuff like that, and they were just like totally freaking out. In fact, when he left after our visit, and he left, you know, and I got the socks and everything, they just kept coming around and looking, and they were giving strange looks to me and stuff like that, and security was like literally hovering around me at the table where we sit, my friend and I, and just looking, and literally, actually, you know what, they were peering at my laptop screen to see what I was doing, which I found very intrusive and offending, and legally that's a big no-no, which is why the library doesn't have cameras, because it's against the law in those areas to have a camera, because it's an invasion of privacy. It's like having security cameras in a public bathroom. You can't do that. It's an invasion of privacy. So they were freaking out, and I was just laughing and chuckling. And hey, crowd! How you guys doing? Doing good. How's business today?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah?
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Crown Jewelers here. I've made a few purchases here and
Awesome.
Sold a few items here. So, all right, gentlemen.
Have a good day.
You have a beautiful day. Where was I? Yeah, Crown Jewelers. These guys are cool. So, and I was just laughing. I go, I can't believe these guys are freaking out. They're freaking out. I don't understand. I don't understand why they're freaking out. And he's like, and they actually approached one of my friends. Oh, what's Carlos doing? He's talking to that guy, and he's got a camera and everything. He's like, well, you know, they saw him from New York, and they came out to Los Angeles to do an interview and interview on homelessness. Now I come to find out, I understood why later on. It turns out that they were having a community meeting downstairs at the library on how to either deal/combat homelessness within the community and the library. Now, I know this because a friend of mine got a letter as part of the community security watch thing, and that was last night's meeting. It was an invitation for last night's meeting on how to deal or combat with homelessness, because it's really getting that bad. I mean, this is no joke. It's really no joke. It's really getting bad. So, and I looked at him, I go, all they have to do is come ask me, but they don't want to ask me. They're putting themselves in a paranoid state. And it just, I couldn't help but laugh all afternoon. And every time they'd come by, they would look at me, and they'd kind of try to look and peer on my screen. And it's a little bit more calm today. I mean, I haven't been around. I've been up doing my stuff, trying to get my paperwork and everything ready. So, and I had to charge my phone because it was starting to drain on me. So all they had to do, you know, and honestly, ever since we got the new director, she's been doing a lot of horseplay. The last director that we had at the library, her name's Elizabeth, sweetest, kindest lady. Now where we hang out, she would come through every day. Whether it was 5-6 days a week, she would come through, and she would acknowledge us, and we'd say, good day ma'am, good day miss. And if she was leaving from work, we would say, you have a good, pleasant evening, or whatnot. She's a sweet lady. She would go out of her way actually to talk to us. And in fact, one holiday season, right around Christmas time, she was making home-baked cookies, sugar cookies, and she was sweet enough for each of us to hand us a bag full of homemade sugar cookies. She was just pleasant. She made it her thing to make contact. So like I said, she wanted, but unfortunately she got promoted and she ended up going to Burbank or Glendale. I'm pretty certain it was Burbank. So we were sad to see. So then a few months went by and then we got this new director. And they wanted to pick someone to, I can say, kick butt. Now I understand why, but the approach was a little too hard and not in the right direction. I mean, she was getting the job done, but it was not the right approach. And they even posted it as to she was supposed to clean up the library. They even put her wage down. I mean, she's making $15,000 a month, not a year, $15,000 a month. So the fact that they were having this somewhat secret meeting, and then Mark shows up, someone recognizes him, says, Carlos is out there. Carlos is like my street name out here. That's what they call me. Only less than three people call me Charlie. So it's like, why is Carlos here? That's his friend. What do you mean that's his friend? You'd be surprised who he knows and what he's been doing. You guys have really not been paying attention, so that's his friend. Oh. And even I could see when I was outside and Mark and I were walking and talking, I could see them kind of like keeping an eye out, and I was just like, wow, that's a really shitty thing. If they're not approaching me, that means they're hiding something and they're planning something wrong. All they have to do is come and ask me, and the paranoia could go away. But this is like self-induced paranoia. I'm in one of the former red light district alleyways that have turned into these fantastic little shops and restaurants. It's really cool. This is Edwin Alley right here, and this is it's really cool. If any of you folks come out here to Pasadena, Old Town is like really cool place to come out. Oh, they modernized this. Fight Academy. Huh. Yeah, it's really neat. And at night it's really cuter, so it's all lit up and everything. A lot of old buildings, and this used to be like a speakeasy row type of situation. So anyway, yeah, I found that out yesterday, and I just couldn't help but laugh and laugh, and oh my goodness. I'm trying to do my thing here, and they're just freaking out. This is how problems start up by assumption. McCormick Alley. Crown City, so that's old right there. That's old paint. So yeah, that's yesterday was a very, very interesting day. The vibes were just very uneasy, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know. But it was still a great day. Grand opening beer and claw. Interesting. Maybe one day maybe. And we are coming up on my favorite street in Pasadena, Greene Street. I love coming here, walking through here at night. It's all lit up, the trees. have these cute white clear lights, and it's actually more, it feels more festive walking on Greene Street in the evening during the holiday season because it just has that Disney-esque sensation. We have here some really, these are like old livery stables and whatnot, but you can tell by the brickwork. That's the same, but it's been taken over and repainted. But for the most part, a lot of the vendors or whatever keep the brick. It has that unique flavor of an olden time, and this is my favorite street in all of Pasadena. It's really cool. We used to have a specialty shop here that had soda pop and candies from like your childhood candies, like Fizzits and those little the little tiny hard candies that had like this fizzy powder in them. Hard to find soda pops from your childhood, like Big Red, good old-fashioned RC Cola. A lot of Coca-Cola and Pepsi products made in Mexico with real cane sugar, not this processed stuff. Yeah, I haven't. This is almost kabuki-like. So yeah, this is another good street that I would recommend to spend your hard-earned money. And there is. I don't smoke cigarettes. I am a cigar, not enthusiast or aficionado, but I love a good cigar. And there's a nice little cigar shop here that I've been to a couple times. Expensive as it is, but when I had money, I would come here. Oh, yes, okay. So yeah, it was a very interesting. This is the place right here. Yeah. Really, oh my God, it smells, to me it smells like heaven in there. So about all I can barely afford occasionally is a pack of Al Capones, and even then that's a lot of money for 10 little cigarrillos. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's just crazy how the library is just, ever since we got the new director, it's just been crazy. And she's got this little lapdog. I won't mention his name, but he's tried to come in and befriend us and get some information. And this is really two-faced of him. He tries to get information of the situation of the homelessness, and then he actually reports it back to her. And then they do the opposite of what is being said is going to help us. It's pretty fucked up. But that's how they operate. And that's how things have been operating and working since she's filled in the position of director. They're not really very caring here in Pasadena. They're not, well, wrong word to use. They're not compassionate. Oh, I'm going to pause. I want to take a shot of this one building I love. This building right here. Wreck Brothers Garage, Cadillac LaSalle. This building is just like awesome. I don't know why. It's just it just screams at me. I know I would buy this outright, and there's one of two things that I would turn it into, and I'm not going to say because I don't want anybody to steal my idea, as perchance I would just win the Powerball. Wink, wink. That would be so cute, right? There's one here and one down to the east side of Greene Street on the right, same side of the street on the right-hand side, on the south side. It's a garage auto repair shop, and I would have plans for that one too. All right, so back out here on Colorado, headed east. Ooh, it's really warming up. See, there's another fantastic building right there. Did I mention I used to work there, Sir Latab? That was a fun job. till I got the assistant manager position at Harry and David. Kind of wish I had stayed there. That was fun. I was in charge of demonstrating the Nespresso machines exclusively. Actually, I'd operate and give free samples of Nespresso and oh, can I see how it works? Oh, sure. And little like 1 ounce cups of a sample of espresso shot. And here you go. Oh no, I don't drink coffee. I just want to see how it works. I'm thinking of buying it for a gift. Okay, so without having to throw the little shot of coffee, I'm drinking it. So all day long I'm wired and I'm like at home fidgeting and trying to have a hard time to relax. And my wife is like, "What's wrong with you?" "Oh, too much demonstration today." She's like, "Babe, you just need to cut back." Yeah. Sure. So my daughter loved it. At least she got to stay up a little bit longer and playtime, and because I'm trying to wind down. So yeah, funny, good times. Oh my goodness, it is really warm. Kabuki. I think there's rumored about Kabuki restaurant also pulling out of Pasadena. Very expensive. I mean, they've been here for eons. 21 Choices ice cream is also considering pulling out. They do really well, but it's the rent factor. Oh, this place. I can't even tell you how many times this has changed hands in different places. So I'm looking at my timer here, and I'm almost at the end, where I'm gonna have to end it without doing a two-parter, and that's a lot of work. I'm hoping to get a different camera so I can do something a little bit longer and a little bit less weight. That's why I don't use my Nikon, because it's too heavy of a camera. I mean, I can record a lot longer, but it's just too heavy to manipulate. So I think I'd like to trade it in and get a GoPro 5 or GoPro 6. I know, but I know one of you is thinking, "Oh, you're already spending." No, I'm not. I'm just thinking of something in the future. So anyway, with that being said, you guys take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, help one another, be kind to each other. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment. Pull down your pants, slide on the ice. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you like these short series, Homeless in Pasadena, hit the subscribe button, hit that icon button, and because that icon button worked, because you were notified, and within 2 minutes of that video going up, Charlie, no sound, and damn it, that worked. See, that was awesome. Thank you, because if I hadn't seen that, who knows, that video would have been up for a while. So you guys, I love you. Take care. Have a beautiful Thursday. I will see you tomorrow, and once I get back, I will upload this as soon as I can. And I didn't do anything alter. I didn't try to change anything today, so this should go as smoothly as possible. All right, my friends, I love you. You guys take care, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.